What is happening? And welcome to your Thursday Night Delight. I, of course, am one of your hosts around here, Sean the Right Way. And joining me, as always, rocking the Twinsy Boys hats tonight, we got Brent from Brent's Bricks.
That's what they call me.
Joining us very soon will be our third chair in this discussion, Tyler from Life Bricks, in just a few. This is all part of the now annual 72-hour LEGO Community live stream marathon. Honored to be here because we are a couple of brickheads.
Yeah.
Bounce. It is a couple of brickheads coming to you live this Thursday, July 11th, right here. Feels good to be back, Brent. We're back on the tubes, man.
Yeah. Is this the first time we've ever matched and worn the same ACOB gear?
I think we've done double shirts before, I'm sure.
Yeah. It's nice to have both have the matching hats. So
somebody go in the Discord lore and see what's going on. We have a lore section, Brent, in the Discord now. It's very exciting.
I need to look through it a little bit more. Yeah.
There's some stuff. There's stuff about everybody. It's pretty funny. So,
I mean, we're almost at 150 episodes. So, I mean,
there you go. Shout out.
We're deep, as Sean would like to say.
We're deep. We're almost to 150. I think we're at, 147. So we'll have a mid-century celebrato here in a few weeks. That'll be a
little 150.
Do want to welcome in the one and only legendary Girth Gang to the chat. Thanks so much for stopping by. We will be doing roll call on the 9 o'clock show. We only have an hour as part of this 72-hour live stream. So for those of you guys wondering what this is all about, this is ACOB's third time participating in this. Very honored to be in it. A lot of great live streamers, different folks on YouTube contributing to this. Shout out to the show organizers. And if you're curious about what happens after this, in the description below, we do have a lineup. So we will be wrapping this one up at the 9 o'clock Eastern hour and switching over to, I guess, the main ACOB show as a means to sort of end this segment for this thing and jump into another one, which, by the way, we've got an absolute heater of a lineup tonight. We've got, of course, Tyler joining here in just a few moments to help us with the top 9 or the countdown of the August 1st sets. Dude, this is like, May 4th levels, Brent. It's insane. You know what I mean? This kind of the hype snuck up. I mean, it just more and more bombs dropped. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean it's a pretty solid wave. I think at the end of this, we'll all kind of give our scores for the overall wave. I think, but yeah, interesting. There's some good, there's some great, or there's some bad. I should say there's some bad and there's some great. So,
I think I'm
excited to get into it.
It's interesting. We're going to get into that. So what we did, so you guys understand the format tonight. And by the way, if you're new to ACOB, thank you so much for stopping by. Give us a like and an old subaroonie if you like what you're seeing here. We appreciate that. But so tonight, Tyler, myself, and Brent have all submitted our lists from 9 to 1. We've assigned point values depending on where they placed. And so we're going to do a combined countdown starting with set 9 all the way down to 1. So it'll be a sort of a blended average of everybody's take on it. Mm-hmm. However, and this is where it gets fun, as we're doing the countdown, if the fellas would like to shout out where they actually had it, you're definitely encouraged to do so. And needless to say, there were some consistencies amongst these boys, but there was also some inconsistencies, which I think, Brent, is going to happen across everything everywhere.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
So
are we shouting out the gang still? I don't want to forget.
Let's do a couple shout outs. We'll do the first.
We'll do a quick one.
Well, yeah, call some out, Brent. We'll do the full Girth Gang roll call. We're just a little crunched on time on this 1 hour.
Oh yeah. Shout out to the pre-play gang again. You guys were in the chat well before this started. So shout out to the pre-play gang, Ultra, Cooper. We got a couple supers that we will be getting to. Shout out to Mac, another channel member there. So the supers we will hit in just a moment. Kuhan, another channel member in the house. Hoarder 66, always a legend. Dave Bricks 76, Papa Trip. Great to see you guys in here for this little segment of the 72-hour live stream. I do see this. I see you guys in the supers. Fick and Brick in the chat. What up, Fick? We see some supers and things that we will be getting to. Riley, what's good? Shout out to all the channel members. The creator of the set himself, Stud Lake. What up, Cody?
The creator. See, the word creator should be used for him. You know what I mean?
The creator. Exactly. Chess. What up? A lot of beautiful names out here in the chat right now. Loving to see all you guys. Some friendly names, some new names. So for some of these newer names that might not be subbed, if you dig what we do, go through our catalog. We've had a lot of great guests and a lot of great shows. If you like what you see, like what you hear, give us a little sub or at least a like on the stream. You know what I'm saying? Fabu Brick in the house as well.
It's free. You know what I mean? It's fun.
Yeah.
You get a little animation now with the thumb. Did you see that, Brent? It's fun.
Oh yeah.
All right. Cool, guys. We'll do a full roll call at the 9 o'clock. And by the way, guys, pop off, pop back on at 9 o'clock. It's a separate linked stream on our channel. We will have Ryan from M&R Productions right at the 9 o'clock hour to talk. I mean, look, we're talking August and on this show. And then, of course, we're going to be talking 2025 on the next show. Plus, we're going to get into Amazon Prime in a big way. Prime Day is coming this weekend. It's going to be absolute insanity. So make sure you stick around for that. As Brent mentioned, we do have a couple supers. We're going to run through those real quick while Tyler is joining us. This one, of course, from the legend himself, Padawan HQ. He's got to work early tomorrow. It's a replay gang. He's got some time off soon, and he'll be back with us live, which, again, Brent, going above and beyond, staying up to the middle of the night to rock with us usually.
Oh, yeah.
But he would like to hear Droidica, and I would like to oblige that request. This one goes out to Padawan.
Yeah. You can run even really fast. It won't matter when I roll up on your ass. I am metal. I've got my blasters. I'm a badass roly-poly robot disaster. Droidica, Trade Federation pinball. Droidica. Jedi pay. Yeah, I keep rolling, bitch.
And if you're new around here, if you leave a super chat and you decide to opt in, you can select a one of our fun sort of music shout outs there on the super chat. We've got Nimble Saucepan sending love from across the pond. He would like to hear GWP because, I mean, who doesn't want to hear this one?
It's May the 4th. I want those Star Wars sets. I want more sets than Django has fed. Oh, please put a GWP deep inside of me. Oh, please put a GWP
deep inside of me. Oh, Brent was on mute. He missed
Sorry,
it.
I'm muted. No, I heard it all. No, I don't think anybody has cooler super chat videos than we do. I'm just gonna say that.
Whoa, he's throwing the gauntlet down. I mean,
Maybe Hive's got some good ones. Hive's got some good ones. I will say that.
We're gonna have to bake some new ones. We've got Ostiff. Holy cow, it's like Girthmas, but in July. Shout out to Ostiff, channel legend. Dave Brick's been riding with the ACOB crew and Girth Gang for 12 months, dude. Cheers.
That's a year, bro. Damn.
Dude, that's a year. Unbelievable. And then on top of just celebrating his 12 months, he tosses us an Australian 10-piece. I'll be riding with you guys till the wheels fall off. Salute to you, sir. Thank you, Dave, man. That means a lot, dude.
Hell yeah. Thank you, Dave.
Ostiff celebrating his 7-month, and Brent, we've got a new channel member. I think he might have been before, and he's a
familiar name. Familiar name for sure. Seen Rob Claxton out there in the chat a lot. for sure, or other people's chats and our chats as well. So,
and last but not least, the newest member of the Lego
hey,
Ambassador Network, Shy Time
yes,
himself,
sir.
has jumped in and he wants to hear GWP. So, guys, I hope you love it. He paid, the man paid for it. We're going to play that and then we'll get right into the list. GWP. This one goes out to Shy, the goat.
It's May the 4th. I want those Star Wars sets. I want more sets than Django has fed. Oh, please put a GWP deep inside of me. Oh, please put a GWP
Deep inside of me.
It's a classic.
It's a classic already, an instant classic. What are you going to do? Guys,
Thank you, Shy. We appreciate you, buddy.
Thank you so much for rocking with us. Shy, I love you, bud. Thank you for doing that, man. You don't have to do that. Let's see.
That's what he does, though. He buys things.
He does. He's not shy about buying things. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're figuring out where Tyler is, but he'll be here. He's a celeb. He shows when you're a rock star, you show up apparently whenever you want. So
precisely when he means to.
When he wants to. So guys,
like Gandalf.
We'll kick this off right now with the August 1st rankings. We're going to go with number 9. Brent, any predictions on what this should be, or why don't we just we'll just show them? How about that?
I mean, I know what I have it at, or I know what's number 9 in my head.
So, guys, look again. If you just joined the stream, real quick, just to recap: Tyler, myself, Brent, we all submitted our countdowns or rankings 1 to 9. 1 being the best, so we're going to count them in reverse, 9 to 1. But each one was assigned a point value, and we sort of blended our scores together. And again, we can and will call out where we individually had them ranked. But in the interest of time, we just have about an hour here. We just kind of blended them together.
Let's give them like 30 seconds for the chat to rattle off what they think is going to be 9. Stud Lake is saying that Droid Pack is going to be 9.
All right.
Anybody else in the chat? Throw your 9s in there. What do you think is going to be at the bottom? Irish Bricks is not going to lie. Has to be the droids. Okay. Scotty, we're ranking the 9 Star Wars sets that are about to come out on August 1st.
Yeah, we're counting them down. We're not going to call it quite a worst to first. That's
Oh, here we go. Right before we start, too, we got Bricks Life.
This. Very emotional.
Bricks Life. Put his name up on the screen. Bricks Life.
Bricks Life.
I
like Bricks Life though. It's good. Tyler, you're in time for number 9. Did you get the gist of what we're doing here? So we took all 3 of ours. We assigned point values to it. So we're going to do a blended rank, but I do want you to call out what you had it individually ranked. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Dude, everybody in chat right now, by the way, guys, is saying the droid builder should be at the bottom.
All right, well, here it is. Number 9. It is the Droid Builder.
Oh, it is the Droid Builder.
Number 9. Again, the average between Tyler, Brent, and myself. Number 9 set. Tyler, you had it near the bottom or at the bottom. I'll have to look here. But Brent,
I had it number 7 personally.
You had a number 7. Okay. What do you think? Why so low for you, Brent? Certainly on the lower end of things.
Oh, I had it at 8.
I had it at 9. He had it at 7, and there was some stuff that had significant gaps, so that's why it ended up in the 9 spot.
I'm surprised Tyler had it at 7. I mean, okay, so it was a toss up between this and another set for the 9 spot,
which we'll probably get to very soon.
yeah. But I had this one at 8 just because I won't put it all the way at the bottom because I mean we have Chopper, that's cool. We do have an anniversary fig. That's a weaker anniversary fig.
But a fig nonetheless, yeah.
I can't get over how freaking oversized that Lola droid is, bro. Like, that should be a 1x1 rounded tile. Like, so stupid that it's that big. Anyways, don't want to dive into that.
I actually like it. It gives it a little more significance, Makes
sure, you can put better detail on there, but it looks humongous, man.
Tyler, you're the Bricklink guy. People are saying that's going to get its own listing potentially? Is that are they just kind of making a joke there or what?
That's a good question. I mean, the Lola could actually have her own minifigure listing, but I doubt it because it is only. Although I take that back, I was gonna say because it's only one piece. Actually, though, is it? What piece actually is that? Can you zoom in on Lola again? Yeah. I haven't actually looked at what is it. 2 pieces or 1 piece?
I don't know. I don't.
Oh, it's 2 pieces, right?
Has anyone reviewed this one yet? Anywhere?
No, but Lan will probably get it first since this is an exclusive. You know, where the mom and pops won't get it.
Got it. Okay.
So Tyler, what is that?
It's $100 young Leia in a box.
Yeah. So Tyler, what that? It's that like inverted tile
with the hole in it
on one of those. Okay, that the piece that's on the bottom has like the tile with the hole in it. That's how. It's
yeah. This is like one of those like that you put like on the bottom of like a land speeder, you know, to like make it glide on the table. Yeah.
Gotcha.
I still think is that what Shy drives now or what? What are we talking about?
No, honestly, like I really think it should have been a 1x1 rounded tile, like a dot. I mean, I know, sure, it might not have been able to be as detailed, but I feel like for accuracy to what it actually looks like in the freaking show, I mean, that thing looks like it could fit in the palm of a hand. So this is quite literally like 4 times the size, you know, in retrospect to like, as terms of scale, like this thing's bigger than her head. Like in universe next to me, it's this big, and like this would be if it was like a giant like trash can lid. So other than that,
beyond
though,
the fig, I was gonna say.
Yeah. So I'll finish my take here. So we got Chopper, we got a fig. I'm not crazy about everything else. I mean, the R2KT thing is cool just because of the message behind it and everything, or the story behind it. But
although I don't think that's not it. That's the QT something.
Oh, so that's not supposed to be the.
No, the Katie fig is supposed to be in the.
No, that's it. Cutie Katie. No, that's it. This is the same one. They're gonna do this here.
Oh my god.
Okay.
KT. Yeah. Never mind. I'm wrong.
No, it's okay. But what you're not wrong about is like this is the buildable, but they are going to do the individual droid minifig as well.
Yeah. So all that said, what it is, it's super boring to get another R2. I mean, this is literally the third buildable R2 that's on shelves right now. We got UCS, we got the $100 one, and then we got this. So that's crazy. That brings this set down for me. But what keeps it out of the bottoms, or what for me at least, what kept it from being at 9 is that this is something you can do. I'm a family man. I'm a dad with 2 kids and a wife. This seems like something that would be really fun for a family to get together and do. Everybody builds their own droid, customize it how you want. So
yeah,
that's why I got it at 8 for me, and that's why for me it stays out of 9, but not very far. Not far.
Tyler, what do you got? We got to move quick.
I put it at 7 because at least it's something interesting. And plus, it's fun. You know what I mean? I like the fun aspect of it. It's nice to finally get Chopper. I think really the 2 biggest gripes I have on this set is just the price. But even then, I'll get it cheaper anyway, so I can't really knock it too much. But sure, I think it's a little awkwardly priced, and I think Lola's too big. I mean, other than that, I see nothing wrong with this being a product on the shelf. Especially, gives me good vibes of like kind of like that droid boost set. How this will only be at Lego stores and Target, of course, but like I like that. I think Lego should be doing more of that. Like, I mean, if anything, I wish this wasn't at Target either. I wish Lego would do more stuff random like this and put it on their Lego store shelves. Give us a reason to walk in there. Make them unique. Have it on shelves for maybe 6 months or a year. And so I like everything about this. I mean, it's weird, it's interesting, it's fun, but that's why it's not that's why it's not the last for me.
So
Sean's got it at 9, right?
The main reason I had this at the bottom is, look, as a dad as well, my daughter's going to go nuts. She wants this. Look, I want to make this clear. This was difficult. I'll be honest with you. I find value and for the most part enjoy all the sets like all together. I don't really think there's anything too bad in the lineup. So I just want to get that out. Like this was tough for me to put it at 9. It's just the likelihood of which order I'll buy it in and how long am I going to wait for a disky, I think is where my head was at. Aesthetically, I just don't like the look of the droids. That's just me. I think they're wide base. They look awkward.
Too girthy?
They're a little too girthy, I think. The width, they've definitely they're traps. They've been working
I
those
don't know if
traps
girthy, but
hard.
like bulky, like the shoulders of the droids.
Yeah,
are too big,
I don't like now again, I want to see them in hand and I want to see, but from the images, and this is all we have to work off of, I just don't like the aesthetic of the droids in general.
Mhm.
I do love the Mr. Potato aspect. I would have liked to have seen some more maybe in-universe objects, more familiar stuff rather than going complete clown show with it.
Yeah,
You want to shout out like the little flower hat, which I think is a callback to like E.T., I think, which is interesting. Regards the fig real quick, I think it's great for what it is. I actually love that Lola's a little girthy, so it's not just like a throwaway. Lola is as big a character as some of the other minifigs and whatnot that we've clamored for, at least within that terrible show that it was in. So, and shout out to getting a young Leia.
Step up from terrible.
Yeah, and these kids, look at these kids; they're having the time of their lives. So, all right, we're gonna have to move a little bit quicker through some of these. We're gonna go to
shout out to Stud Lake for his comment. Nobody better spend 60 on this, and shout out to Qui-Gon Jeans because Qui-Gon Jeans, your name is goated, anyways.
all right, number 8. We've got the TIE Fighter and X-Wing mashup.
2-pack.
The Tupac, if you will.
The Tupac.
Go for it.
So I'll go ahead. I had this at my very bottom spot. I've thought about this a lot. Sure, so you could say, oh, well, this really isn't Lego's fault because, it's something from the show and the things that could have done better, like whatever, blah, like with the minifigs and everything. Like we don't know the figures yet because we haven't seen the show. Cool. But my whole thing is this is from the same show as the Dark Falcon, and the Dark Falcon got all kind of cool minifigures, and this one got a McDonald's droid and a bunch of boring looking figures. So,
yo, Brent, remember how we said this set should have been black and gray X-Wing, white and dark red TIE Fighter, orange TIE Fighter pilot, black Rebel pilot.
That
it would have been number one, top 3 for me. Easy.
That
really
100%, 100%. However, in the show though, there's probably some storyline where it's just normal TIE Fighter, normal X-Wing, they swap wings. So if in the show, though, it was like that, see what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't Lego's idea to make the Dark Falcon the Dark Falcon. The Dark Falcon was a thing in the show, and then they made it.
The thing is, though, I mean, dude, but does Lego, I mean, who do you think has say in something like on that show? I mean, you're telling me Lego doesn't have any sort of say at all?
That's true, too. I mean,
so
it is from
hey,
a Lego
show itself make it that way.
Yeah. That is true. It is from a Lego show and not like a movie or something. So, yeah, I mean, all that being said, though, those ideas are incredible. I'm sure Tyler will explain that a little bit more when it's his turn here. But yeah, for me, this is at the complete bottom. I feel like the TIE Fighter, I mean, the fact that the TIE Fighter, I mean, we've been getting the top piece printed on top of the cockpit forever. Now we got stickers. That kind of sucks. Like, we just had this, which was 40. We just had, where's it at? We just had the X-Wing, which was 50. Sure, they both had a little bit of a price bump, but you could pretty much always find this for around 35, 40. You could pretty much find this for around 45, 50. You buy 2 of these together, you're still spending less with this. You're getting more minifigures. You got 3 minifigures with this. You got 4 minifigures with this. So you got 7 minifigures, better builds, and you spent less money when you bought these. Not this. And that's why this set for me is at the absolute bottom of this list.
So for me, I had this set at number 5, and it's because I am a sucker. You guys know that I love
for the original trilogy.
I love, it's not well, yes, it's the original trilogy, but also I really, really, really like this X-Wing a lot. The TIE Fighter, it's probably, I think in some ways it's better than the last one. In some ways it's not. In particular, the cockpit looks scaled a little bit better on this. It's not like as bulky. And
that sticker
I'll always use another TIE or X-Wing. You guys know that, and I do like the idea. I've been on this thumbnail forever, but I do like what they're going for here and tying it into the series, even though it looks a little jarring and it's not for everybody. I like the little combo thing. I think, again, thinking about, the kids being able to play with it and mashing them up and all that stuff, I think it's fantastic. And for somebody, this is going to be, we got to always remember, this is going to be somebody's first X-Wing and TIE fighter. And I think it's really cool they're getting them in a 2-pack. You know, again, if you look at it in a vacuum, I think like it was a smart move. And by the way, could you imagine the bitching if it was just a straight, well, let me ask you guys this. If it was just a straight 2-pack, would there be more or less bitching since you can do this to it?
The same, I feel like.
Really? Because then they'd say, what, you wasted a spot or something?
Yeah.
And I do love McDonald's. Shout out to Mickey D's.
Well, it's just, this comment's so funny because like I feel like he's talking about the droid, but it also sounds like he's just like, yeah, Sean loves McDonald's. I don't know. But sound like he was talking shit, but he wasn't really. That's funny. Anyway,
Tyler, walk me through your thoughts and review these figs for me, please, sir.
So as is, I mean, I think if I was the head designer of Lego, I'd have been like, all right, let's put the McDonald's droid and the Jedi Bob Starfighter, get that Gonk droid out of here, and then just not even make this 2-pack. You know, look, I think it's too close to the. I mean, I won't say too close to the last one because I think we were expecting, you know, an X-Wing and TIE fighter on the shelf all the time at some point anyway. So I'm not going to say too close, but it is too close in the regards of, I mean, these are literally basically identical builds. If anything, I think there's parts on both of these vehicles that are literally worse than the 2021 counterparts, which just doesn't make any sense. And even then, said and done on everything, the thing that just pisses me off the most about this set is after 3 years, they couldn't even color coat the ball joint pieces on the front of the wings. I mean, that is like, dude, if they would have done that, you know, sure, then, you know, it's the better TIE fighter. They did an upgrade, but that's remarkable how they couldn't do that. So the set itself, I think, is just kind of a waste. I think there's plenty of ways they could have told the show designers to do it cooler. They could have done it better in the Lego set. So far, you know, the minifigures, we don't know them, you know, in the show. So three of them,
LEGO, right?
Well, yeah, I know, but like that's what I'm saying. I wish he was in a different set. But like the McDonald's droid, this as it sits, I will never build this 2-pack. And I will happily bricklink McDonald's for $15. That's my thoughts.
Yeah, and honestly, like Tyler mentioned earlier, it would have been so cool and would have made so much sense.
Yeah,
if we got some opposite color swappage, kind of like with the Falcon.
No, we said that. I mean, we called that out a few weeks ago.
Well, I mean, like, imagine
an orange TIE fighter pilot would have like
you make a blacked out TIE fighter pilot. Orange and white TIE fighter pilot, then you have a black and gray TIE fighter, and then like a red and white TIE fighter, black and gray X-Wing. Would have been fire. Would have been top 3 in this list easily.
The orange TIE pilot especially would have just because I mean, think about it. Like the X-Wing pilot would have just looked like a million other sort of black suited, you know.
Sure, yeah.
But for I mean, for me, I just think like the helmet being orange with those icons on it. Oh man, that would have been so nasty.
Would have been fire.
So woulda, coulda, shoulda. We'll move on from this one. I meant to ask the Girth Gang, where did you guys have this one ranked, guys? If you've already done it, do it again. We want to get a feel. Are we on the right track here? It sounds like a lot of people might have had this at the bottom or towards the bottom. I wasn't that rough on it because again, I understand that there, you know, again, as a businessman, there's always going to probably be TIEs, X-Wings, and Falcons on the shelves. They have said that. So I mean, this is what we got this time for this round. And I love that they're in a 2-pack and everybody can say what they want. But Tyler, I think you even said this is like every grandma's dream. They're going to be picking this up, I think, for Christmas, no doubt. I mean, this is just a nice little kit for a lot of people, I think.
It does look like the Girth Gang mostly is agreeing with us. We have a lot of 8s. If anything, there's a couple 7s. Ostif is at a 7. Reed is at a 7. Yeah, I'm seeing all 8s and 7s. Nothing higher than a 7. Somebody had it at 9, and they even forgot about it. So, yeah. Oh, Moments coming in with a 5. That's the most hot take from the Girth King I've seen.
Sean was at a 5 too.
I was at a 5 too, man.
You were at a 5. You and Moments, man.
Me and Moments are the same age, brother. I mean, that's
wait. I have the Star Destroyer at my number 8, so I can't wait to get there.
All right, guys. Guys in the Girth Gang, put your numbers up. Who did you have for number 7? We have this here.
Yeah, we're on 7 now, so everybody know. Guess what's going to be number 7.
I keep saying this, but we do have to move a little bit quicker.
I know. Advent's not in there, Anthony, so.
That's September.
Oh, true. Yeah, we didn't even do Advent. Yeah, but Advent is September, yeah.
All right, number 7, we went with the ISD. They're just beating up on the OT repeatedly, these guys.
Yeah, we are.
Okay. Do they continue to do so? We shall see. But here is the Imperial Star Destroyer. Guys, I think if there's anything we could go quick on, it'd be this one, because I think we've dissected this for a couple hours.
We've seen it in person. We've seen it built in front of our eyes.
Dude, I got to tell you something about Lego sets, man. Even when, you have them, perceptions of them, it's always, you know what I mean? It's like pizza. It's at the end of the day, it's still pretty good, even when it's bad. You know what I mean? Like when we saw this in person, Tyler, I saw you kind of giving this the eye a little bit.
Yeah, but part of it was because it was damn 2 months early, and first, that was kind of the hype of it was kind of there because of that. But like, if that was like August 15th instead of June 15th, I would have looked at it once instead of 20 times.
So we had this one blended at 7. Tyler had this one at 8, even a little lower. Sean had it at 4. And Brent had it at 7, so it ends up as 7 on the list here.
It's a Brent pick.
It's a Brent pick. Brent nailed it. Brent, quick summary of this one.
Quick summary of this one. I've seen it built in front of my eyes. To me, I think it's just way smaller for the price. I mean,
squatty, yeah,
$160. It just feels underwhelming for me. The fig selection is like what you would expect, but like
illegal. It's illegal. You have to have 2 Stormies.
Dude, Stormtroopers, like, how many freaking Stormtroopers has Lego made? How much does it actually cost them to make a Stormtrooper? Like 5 freaking
It's just
cents?
weird. It's
like,
just weird.
Put another one in.
People are going to say,
like,
Brent, they're going to say, oh, well, the hallway, I had some earlier in the year. I've heard that argument. So who cares? Give me 2 more,
Yeah, no. Like, when it comes to boys, especially like regular clones, like P1 clones. That's why the P1, like the blister pack P1 clones should have been around. It should still be around. Like it's phase 1 freaking clone troopers. And then like basic white stormtroopers like this, like they should be plentiful. There should never only be one in a set. Like we should be able to get these. And aside from that, honestly, like I have this thing at 7 because super underwhelming. Might never buy it. Only reason why I would buy it is because I don't have any of the old ones that I think are better. So that's the only reason why I buy this. But I will 100% be buying this on deep clearance for like try to go less than $100 on this because the cow Kestis I do absolutely need. Other than that, like other than the fact that I don't have a previous Star Destroyer and I need the cow Kestis, sure I'm going to buy this on very deep clearance though. So yeah, I got it at 7.
Cool.
Underwhelming if I had to put it in one word.
All right, which brings us to
number 6. I guess we're moving along. Everyone's no one else had anything to say about that other than me.
I mean, we've talked about it enough. My quick thing is outside of the Kestis, there was just nothing super creative done with the figs. Could have thrown me an oddball something or other in there, and it just kind of all samey and. Again, that is major points off for me. You got to give me 2 Stormies, dude. I mean, like
we could have got a bounty hunter in there.
The only Stormy I've ever seen by themselves is Finn, like ever.
Yeah.
Like
I mean, think about this though. Give us a freaking bounty hunter. Like we only saw, it was like an Empire thing, but like give us a bounty hunter in there.
All right, guys, coming in at number 6, we've got the buildable C3PO. Ratings, I think we're kind of all over the place for this. Tyler, you had this at 5, so you came pretty close. Let's get your take on 3PO.
So, when I've heard about this for the past, 5-6 months, of course, I was like, conceptually, I don't really care all that much, but then also I'm just a little bit worried on how they would actually execute it. And I'll tell you this much. I mean, dude, I think they did a damn good job on this. I think it's nice that it's, $10 less than we thought. I think 140, it's cool, pretty worth it. I like how they did as much of the pearl gold as possible. I mean, they did not skimp out on that regard. I think the eyes don't look as freaky as some people maybe thought they could have. And then what really sold me on this was when I saw it next to the R2-D2, that picture that came out, because it just makes perfect sense. They look great together. And I really do think that's a beautiful 1-2 piece, right? A beautiful 2-piece right there. And that's kind of that. I think they, the fact we've never had this before, now that we have it in 2024.
If you don't count the Technic one from like way back in the day.
Yeah.
Oh, we had the Technic one.
You remember the Technic one? It was ugly, but
they didn't even try on that one. That was like a freak experiment. Brent, what do you think, dude?
I have. Are we saying where we had this for ourselves? I had it at 5. So
I had it at 5 too. Also said that real quick.
Yeah, so I also had it at 5. For me, I could have maybe even had this at 4 if I'm being honest. I didn't love this at first, but the more I looked at it, the more I kind of started really liking it. And like Tyler said, I mean, you put this next to the R2, and I mean, looks fantastic. And for me, I'm a sucker, and I already have the UCS R2. I would love to just trade that back in at the Lego store. Legitimately, this is what I would do because the $100 R2 in this costs the same total amount as that R2. If the Lego store would let me do this, I don't know if they will because I've bought it so long ago. I don't have a receipt or anything.
Are you going to try to exchange a 3-year-old R2? Is that what you're?
I don't know that it would even be possible, but I'll tell you what, I would trade in the UCS R2 to get this and the $100 R2 because I think it's the same price and I think you're getting something way cooler. The R2D2 looks just as good. You put both of these next to each other. I think about anybody in the chat, anybody in the community would agree that I would rather take like look at this and R2 next to each other. I'd rather have that on the shelf than just one big R2 for the same exact price too. Plus another reason why this almost went up to the number 4 spot for me is we're getting a freaking like the UCS fig that you could only get in the land speeder in this set. Phenomenal.
Shout out to Brickmaster Harry in the chat. Who's going to match 3PO's freak? Yeah. I guess this was dragged down to 6 because I actually had it at number 8, and this is one of those. This is one of those.
It's original trilogy.
Listen, I know, but it's a competitive lineup, and I still don't like the eyes. I know they did what they could. It's 100% coming home. Just to be clear, again, for me, it was like I should actually say like likelihood of like speed to purchase. I guess it should also be something that I should get out there that I kind of throw into my rankings. It's a fine figure. I will get it. It is one of those ones though, much like Tubes, where it feels more like a chore to me to have to get it than to be like super stoked about placing it.
You would rather have Tubes than this?
No. I said this feels the same way as Tubes does. Sure. Tubes was the last one I got from whatever wave or however long. You guys remember? I got it for 30-40% off. I mean, so I think it was like a May 4th spectacular when I did that. So I'm just saying, like, for me, you guys can take 8 and say it means I'm burying it. I'm not. I just happen to like some of the other stuff that hangs out in the play scale paradise a little bit more. You know what I mean? Like, some of this stuff is just, I don't know. Again, this one feels like more of a chore to me, and I'll put it up for display. But I'm more into ships and everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Now, I don't know. I will say this, chat. I mean, let us know, like, where do you guys have this? I mean, I'm very shocked that Sean's got it all the way down at 8. That's crazy for me.
Yeah, a lot of competition. Read Andy's comment real quick.
I'm trying to find it.
It's up a little bit. It's only like 20 back, 15 back. Real Andy Reid.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Oh,
that's good news for you.
Oh, you want? Oh, okay. You
read the post it. Oh, you
sorry.
can't.
Yeah. Well, no, I can. If you get a nice enough manager, they'll let you exchange without a receipt. If they still carry the UCS R2 in the store, I'm looking into that. Real Andy Reid. Thank you for throwing that out there in the chat because I definitely am going to see what I can do. It's crazy. If I do manage to trade that in, I bought that on release day when it came out, so that'll be a heck of an exchange. I mean, honestly. Would you guys do the same? I mean, would you take the UCS R2 and trade it for the $100 R2 in this?
Oh, I think a lot of people would at this point. You know what's messed up, though, is there somebody that had an inflection point earlier this year where they were like, should I get the big girthy R2 or should I get the small boy? Anyone who chose R2, like you were baked. You did. This was what, 21 was that R2, right?
I bought it on release day when it came out. Yeah.
Yeah. So. He and I got it on release day in 21. So I'm kind of like, man, like what, what are those guys thinking that have just bought it? That's kind of a bummer. If you
for me, like,
because don't forget the Tubes goes with it too now, and they're not all in scale, but I think if you put Tubes back a little bit, it might.
Yeah, work. No, I think Chewy goes with it fine. For me though, like, there's a small part of me that's like, well, I bought it on release day on May the 4th. It's kind of nostalgic, but like, I don't need it. So. And also, the manager doesn't need to know I bought it on release day. I could say I bought it a couple months ago or whatever. It's still on the shelf.
All right, boys.
But I just doxed myself because I said that live on air. Just kidding.
Number 5. So for number 5, we actually don't have a presence on the Lego store, but we got permission from our good friend and personal pal, Ryan, who advised that we use his thumbnail on this because he purchased this at a legitimate Lego store, and you can't get any heat for this. So thank you, Ryan, for your tutorials and pointers to keep us safe. But here you go, guys. The Onyx Cinder comes in at number 5. Kind of a dark horse, literally. We're just learning about this. We don't really know the full scope of it, but I think by now most people watching this stream have seen the review. Tyler, this make you feel something down south, or why do we have it so highly ranked, man?
So I had it at number 4, and I'll be honest. I mean, it's kind of crazy. I mean, I put it at number 4 even before I saw Ryan's review, and Ryan's review solidified it at number 4 for me. I think everything about this set, man, is a good vibe. I think the box art, the minifigures, the set itself. The only thing that, like, it's tough. I'm not 100% sold on it still. I'm like maybe like a 90%. Is I almost would have preferred if this truly was black and white. Although there's more, because it kind of looks black in the box art, correct? Didn't people think that? When the leak first came out.
Yeah.
And then it ends up being dark bluish gray in person. There's part of me that I think I would have rathered black, but then the other half of me thinks it's good to be dark bluish gray. Although we get a lot of gray in Star Wars, at least it looks different compared to that night buzzard now. Kind of fully. It doesn't just look like a new night buzzard. So everything about the set, man, I love. I think this really calls back to like late 2000s Star Wars. The play features are cool. I like the size of it. The size is nice. And this just feels like a what a Lego set should be. Like, play scale set. Like, kids will have fun with it. It's sure, it's from a show we haven't seen yet. I'm hoping the show lives up to the vibe of this set.
It won't, but
I'm excited for it, man.
So my take real quick is this is like the good Pisana chase. We've heard a lot of people say, which by the way, I've been hearing, like, I always thought everybody dunked on that, but lately something's going on and people are like, they actually, like the Pisana chase.
I had fun with it.
Set. So interesting. I take a glance at this, and I kind of squint my eyes a little bit. And this, out of everything in the lineup, looks and feels most like some of those experimental, Tyler, for lack of a better term, ships that they used to put out back in your glory days. Like all these Jedi cruisers and all that. Like,
it feels like that Old Republic thing that they did.
It does. It feels Old Republic. Thank you for nailing down what I was trying to say. I think it feels like Old Republic. It feels like they probably let loose a little with the budget or the reins or a little bit, and I felt like they were allowed to really go nuts and sort of play. The designers kind of play with this set. So that's why I've got it. Where was I? Was I 6? I was 6. I think Brent was.
I was 6.
Tyler was 5. So the way it ended up working out,
I was 4. I was 4.
We were 4. That's what dragged down to 5. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So,
I'll give it.
I love how the engines flip around, dude. I don't know if you saw Ryan's reviews. The engines flipping like that is incredible.
Such a cool feature.
And there's nice interior. I think somebody touched that.
How you can fit all 4 of them in the actual. I really do like this.
Yeah, I'll give it 30 seconds because I know we're going to talk about it later. But I think this is. I really wanted to put it higher than 6. Especially watching Ryan's review, I thought the whole thing is fantastic. I just don't know anything about any of the characters or anything like that. But yeah, I could have put it higher. I really could have. But it's a really dope set. I'm excited for it.
You know what? I don't know anything about him either. But this set makes me want to. So this thing did its job.
Yeah,
that's a good point.
I mean, that's really all you can. Hope for here we go.
We'll talk about that set more on stream later, guys, in the next couple hours for sure.
All right, guys, let me update the banner here. Brent, take it away. Our blended average for this, number 4. I need to update this. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I'll definitely take it away because this is exactly where I had this, I believe. I had this at number 4 as well. So for me, this is definitely way overpriced at $80, but the anniversary fig
is.
Yeah, exactly. The anniversary fig is amazing. Gotta love 9 in there. And for me, I'm really looking forward to buying a couple of these on clearance, of course, because believe it or not, I mean, shout out to the Barge Boys. You guys will know. Sean, you'll know. But I think there's more than one skiff in the scene, right? There's 2 skiffs, maybe 3, right? At least 2. Am I crazy in Return of the Jedi?
I think there's one that took them out to it, and then there's another one. So I've heard that enough. Yeah.
So for me, buying a couple of these, I think will be kind of dope because you could kind of make your Sarlacc pit a little girthier, and then you could have 2 skiffs. So for me, I think 4 is where I landed on this one. It's overpriced, but I think it's well done enough. But yeah,
I just think it's funny because everybody's like, it's overpriced and all that, but the build on the Sarlacc itself is much bigger this time. It's the biggest we've gotten.
Yeah.
And we all need to keep in mind what this is for. And it's an appetizer for the most important set of our lives. Now, if this thing was super tiny, everyone would have bitched that the pit was too small and it's not going to be.
If it was like 60, yeah.
Yeah, well, or if the actual girth of the pit, the monster, were too small, they're going to say that looks so stupid next to the barge.
But the pit itself ain't even big. It's just a bunch of tan around it. That, like, if you're going to put this in a little diorama or mock yourself, just put the tan there yourself. You know what I mean?
I agree, right. They should have done better there. I agree on that. But the overall presence and footprint is probably going to look better next to the barge boys. That's all.
Yeah.
Sure. My only thing on this truly is just the fact that I think for the $80 price point, you could have done two skiffs. If not, keep it 60. Nia Nub is fantastic to finally get. Boba Fett pisses me off. Just stupid how they can't get them right. You know, how they just reuse the same one. And the Lando is like a top 3 fig of the summer, man. That Lando is beautiful.
Yeah. So this last thing I'll say, the Lando has it up there for me as well, and the Han, bro, like the squinty-eyed, like, you know, just thought out Han. Like, I love that fig as well too. And the Luke, I believe it or not, is a different variant for the Luke.
Yeah, Luke's new. Yeah, and I had the skiff at 6, just so people know. I had it all the way back
6. Okay,
yeah.
I had it at number 1 because it's the most important. It's
I guess it is. Yeah, it is the appetizer.
Listen, I thought long and hard about it, and like this is just
hey, Sean, what was that shrimp called at
nice.
place? What was that shrimp called?
It was like it's foreplay for the loner that I have for the barge boys. You know what
Sean,
I mean?
what's the shrimp? The shrimp at the pizza place. What was that called? That we got
bang bang shrimp.
Bang bang shrimp.
Yeah, that's like the bang bang shrimp to the meal. Yeah,
that bang bang shrimp was good, but
the box of boys is the deepest dish. So, and I think everybody expected me to. Not the only reason I did it, but I think people would have been disappointed if I didn't have it at 2 or 1, and I really felt that way anyway. So, pushing it over the edge again, staying true to my promise that the barge is the most important set of our lives. That's the number 1 set of this wave, setting us up for that. Coming in at number 3.
These top 3 are going to be interesting to see.
Okay.
Especially knowing Sean did 1 for the skiff.
Yeah, yep. Jesus.
All right, so we've got the Ahsoka Tano's Duel on Peridia. Again, a great figure pack, not an army builder, but there's so many heaters in here. I think this is why it ranks so highly, probably for you guys especially. Yeah. We'll just let me just stay in my hot takes corner here for a second. I'll reverse the order and I'll go first. I had Ahsoka pack at number 7. Because I absolutely hate this platform thing, and I understand, you know, this is giving me the Obi-Wan Vader vibes, but even worse and maybe a little bit lazier to me. I just the figs are fantastic, but you guys know it's a 50-50 thing for me. I need a banger set and figs, and I get the figs are amazing. I get it. But let's be clear, the Night Trooper did not come off as well as I wanted it to. You know, I would love to, again, they should have gave us 2 with like some different prints so we could really get into army building this thing, and maybe that'll come later. Ahsoka, it's a great Ahsoka. We've got 1 million of them. I already have, I think, for me, the OG Thrawn, shout out to Tyler, will always be my favorite. There's nothing wrong with this one, but I already have one, so I'm not as like horned about this as maybe some other people. And I already have Elsbeth without the goop on her face. So I get it. I'm going to get it, to be clear. Me putting it at 7 is not dunking on it. I'm just not as stoked to get this one as I am some of the other stuff. Tyler.
I'm going to be honest. I might make an executive decision and put this back down to 5 because I just had a revelation.
Wow.
So I have a 2 on my listing, like going into this, but I might put it back down because face value looking at this right here, you know, I've been thinking about this more and more the last couple of days. All right. Like when I think of a minifigure, you know,
$5.
I think of what they can do with CMFs, $5 each, all the new molds, all the new prints, $5 of value right there. All right. You could even chop it up then for Star Wars if, say, licensing and everything. Maybe it would have to be 7 or whatever. So I look at this maximum like $7 a fig right here. You know, sure, because I mean, there's some new prints and new stuff here. So like 7 a fig times that by 5, you know, $35. But $30 to $35 for the figs. And then is this build really $20, $25 worth when it's, as Sean said, literally just gray with the, and especially with everything being stickers. If those are all prints on there, you know, sure, a little bit of premiumness there. I might push this back up a couple just for the fact of, you know, I always view this as a minifigure thing, and I don't really mind the display piece of it since it makes sense for the scene. But although, I mean, I don't know, man. The more I'm thinking about this, it's
Figs are all good. There's
dude,
no dud figs.
By the way,
all
guys,
figs are great. Yeah, but besides the Family Guy Stormtrooper helmet. Although, look, I'm not going to push this back up. I'm not going to push this back up just because I've realized with myself I can't be mad at pricing because I don't pay that price. So I can't be personally mad at it.
Fair.
So never mind. I'm going to keep it here. I'll keep it here.
And we're all saying almost all these again. I've told everybody it helps when you look at this and you automatically take 20% off.
Yeah.
Really start viewing it through those lenses, unless you're going FPJ on some of this stuff. Which 2 or 3 of these I'm going to go FPJ on for the culture and because it's exciting and whatever. But also, Brent, this has inspired me. Brick World Chicago 2025. I think we need to have, you see the little play feature going on with a little Rock'em Sock'em robot, little twisty boy. I think we should set up a Duel of the Plates tournament. What do you think? We could have like
Duel of the Plates.
Yeah, dude. Tyler, what do you think? Like we could just have some duels there with the figgies. We'll work it out,
That's true.
All right. So anyway, that's this one. Brent, quick.
For me, like I had it at 3. I could have put it maybe 1 lower, but for me, it's all 5 of those figs are fire. Like I did not expect them to do that Stormtrooper. So I was just thankful to get even just 1. I don't have a Thrawn. The Ahsoka's great. The Ezra's great. The what's her name is great. Yeah, the figs carry. I mean, what can I say? Sure, the build is very subpar. If the set was 40, 45, I think we'd be hearing a lot more praise for it because the build is lackluster, but at least if it was cheaper.
I mean, but it is 45 though. As we just said, I mean, 20% off doesn't bring it down to 44. It's like,
sure, yeah, you get that on a deal.
Pretty much anyone that truly complains about pricing yet buys stuff day one and doesn't wait 2 months, you're doing it to yourself. Like, I mean, just wait literally 3 months and you will save 20% on your entire Lego collection, guaranteed.
Yeah. Besides your UCS stuff,
yeah.
Coming in at number 2, it is Jedi Bob's Starfighter. Bobby is here again. Shout out to M&R for having this up and saying he won't copyright strike us for showing his footage. But here is Jedi Bob's Starfighter. I'll just go real quick. I think the ship is incredible. I just love starships in general. Mentioned that earlier. This is going to be fantastic. Love that everybody's getting a chance to get a Bob. I also love that as a result of everyone knowing this was coming, I think a lot of us in Chicago got the OG Bob. So, I mean, selfishly at a Disky, and selfishly, I'm glad it's a little bit different. Hey, shout out to Republic Studs, high school graduate. Shout out to you, man. Good stuff. He's got a lot going on. Hosted the biggest Lego YouTuber panel of all time. So, yeah, that's my take. Love Bob. I love you guys. Brent, better than anybody. I'm a sucker for when clones or Stormies are with different heads. I will just call it. Like I love Han and Luke in the Storms. That's always going to do it for me. So even though we're getting a calamari here, it's fantastic. Gonk is whatever. Obviously, we would have all just loved a straight up cool colored droid. But
Gonk droids need to just never exist in Legos. I'm sick of them.
No, but people meme them and act like they like them all the time, and then when we get them, everybody hates them. It's kind of
I mean, I agree. There's that subculture out there that somehow likes Gonk droids.
4 minutes, boys. Let's go.
I feel like this is the last thing I'll say. This set's amazing. Bob carries, but the Starfighter is pretty good. Gonk should only show up in advent calendars.
Wow. I agree with
and the Akbar is lazy.
Brent Tyler, is this ship just pretty good? I think it's excellent. I don't know.
I like how they went the custom route. I do wish it was red and light bluish gray personally. I think that would have looked a little. That's why I thought it was based off that leaked image. Although I'm a fan of this. This I will pick up day one for the culture. I will throw the Gonk in the garbage. I will put a proper helmet on my Mon Calamari clone, and I will display the Bob with the ship. And I'm glad that it's not too different, but I'm glad that it's not too different to the OG Bob, but of course I'm glad that it's although it would have been anyway, just due to the colors and the browns and the grays. But I'm happy with this. It's cool. I wish it had the other box art though, with the Geonosis background. So
again, we will break down this set and the Skeleton Crew set more in the next stream later on today.
Definitely for sure. Which leaves us with no surprises here based on math. We're down to our number 1 set here. And again, guys, if you've been rocking with us, all 134 of you, we are going to wrap here in about 2 minutes, and definitely check in the descriptions on where you need to head if you want to continue your journey on the 72-hour Lego live stream. And best of luck as we hand the baton off for that thing. But we are going to have our main ACOB show here in just a sec.
Well, Sean, and one quick thing. Any Gonk droid that does not have an exclusive print, those should not exist. If this Gonk droid had an exclusive print on it, I would give it some credit. But when they're just brick-built garbage with loose pieces and extra pieces, hey, I hate them. Waste of time.
There you go. And it is no surprise. Number one is the Dark Falcon. Apparently, guys.
Set of the year for me.
So this is one for me. Brent, what number was it for you?
1 for me too.
And Sean, what was it for you?
2 behind the Sarlacc, because the Sarlacc is factually the number one and most important set of our lives currently.
Whatever. We'll talk about that later. So who wants to go first? I'll go first.
10-second takes. Go.
This is the set of the year for me. Honestly, like I have been not very excited about, much Lego recently, and seeing something like this really gets me excited. It shakes it up. It's different. All the figs are amazing, and I love black and red color schemes.
Is there like a hidden Squirtle in there? Why are you so excited all of a sudden?
Because it's awesome. It's black and red. I love ships like that. I love the Kylo Ren shuttle. It's a really cool color scheme. It's aggressive. It's cool. It's different. It's not another black and gray ship. Darth Jar Jar is amazing. Creamy Vades, all of it. I love Beach Luke. I'm so down for this. I would possibly buy this full price, Jones, but we all know we can get it for a little bit of a dealio if you wait.
Tyler.
I love it. I think the figs are great. The vehicle's great. I think it has a prestige to it. It's good to finally see for a change. And the trans-red cockpit is fantastic.
Yeah. And by the way, for anyone saying that, I think in a couple years no one's going to care about this, not going to say who said it. I don't even remember who said it, but someone said it. I think that's crazy. We'll talk more about that in the next stream, though.
There you go. And for me, I just love the concept. I love the execution. Even though we didn't get the blue-eyed Vader, the creamy Vades that we all wanted, it's fine. It's whatever. The figs are imaginative. They're fun. It's a complete set in a box. You got the figs, the characters, everything you need to get going. Really not much to complain about. And by the way, for the people saying you've already got 72 Falcons, I hear you, but you don't have a black one yet. And what's cool is
I know, dude, this will look fantastic next to a gray one and then the solo one.
Correct.
The combo will look great.
You read my mind, Tyler, and Brent has those already, Brent. Just
yes,
so
sir.
If you're looking for slight motivation, you said you wanted to change your backdrop. Could you imagine those 3 suckers just lined up?
Solo, episode 9.
We can work on that later. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Beautiful.
So guys, look, we had a lot of fun rocking with you here on this.
Hive's in here. What up, Hive? We'll jump in the chat for our
next Hive, jump into the next stream. I know it's a little wonky. We're asking you guys to exit and come back in, but this is part of the deal. We love to support the 72 hours thing, which is why we're giving you this bonus hour on the front end. And this has been the Lego Community 72 hour stream, the ACOB portion. We'll see you guys in just a few minutes back on the channel.